What's up, YouTube? It's Eric, a Lions fan. Thanks for clicking on this video. It's almost 9 o'clock on September 29th of 2019. Pretty cold morning, I gotta admit, coming down the stairs this morning. I came down and I was like, holy moly, man, it's freezing out here. So I closed the windows. The whole house is starting to warm up here just a little bit. But man, it was quite a shock to kind of come down the stairs in the morning and have it be as cold as it was here, too. But it kind of rained last night. The weather wasn't the best. It kind of cleared off towards the end of the night. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't really want to make this kind of a weekend ramble or anything like that, but it was a nice day, nice day. I mean, it kind of started out kind of crappy, but it ended up being a nice day. But anyway, guys, I got to admit that around Michigan State's campus down there is very nice. It's probably, like any historical Big Ten school, you're gonna walk around, you're gonna see cool things, you're gonna talk to the people that actually go there, the young men and young women that are there. Very, very nice campus. I almost thought about going to Michigan State when I was a kid, but or a high school graduate trying to figure out where I was going to go for college, but I never did. I never did end up going to a university, and kind of now seeing that kind of, I don't want to say the lifestyle or anything like that, but the stuff I went to a community college, and the stuff that would have been there at a university from going to a community college is pretty neat, but the tuition there was kind of pricey at the time, and it still is. And that's the reason I didn't go. But anyway, I didn't want to make this a weekend ramble. I want to go ahead and get into the game here. Indiana, I thought had a pretty good game plan coming into today. They ended up losing 40-31, but I thought their game plan was actually pretty good. They had a bunch of dink and dunk passes, some bubble screens, the occasional long pass to kind of keep the defense honest. And Michigan State honestly didn't really have anything really to combat that. The defensive coaching staff, I thought, didn't really have the. I don't want to say they didn't have the fortitude to do that, but if they made adjustments, they made the wrong adjustments. I'm not saying the wrong adjustments to make a big play or anything like that. They just made the wrong adjustments to what Indiana was doing, and it ended up being a close game. And actually, it was kind of a good game to watch, I got to admit. But Michigan State and Lewerke with his legs and his arm, even though he had the occasional pass that was not on target, especially that one where White was kind of going down the sidelines and he threw it kind of almost behind him. I want to say kind of. My cousin said, "Well, look, he kind of threw it right in his earpiece, and you can't really catch those kind of balls unless you're kind of contorting your body to try to catch the ball." I think Lewerke probably needs to at least kind of. That's one thing that I kind of wish he would do is kind of learn to lead the wide receivers here so they can catch it in stride. And if they catch it in stride, they were gone. There was a couple of plays where Lewerke just didn't look, and he had wide receivers right on the opposite side of the field where he was at. All he really had to do was kind of look and just kind of chuck the ball because there wasn't anyone around. I want to say Stewart a couple of times. There wasn't a receiver or a defensive back by him within like 15, 20 yards. He would kind of roll to I want to say from where I was at, from the far side of the field. And if he would have kind of just looked over, Stewart was open multiple times on the other side of the field where he could have just chucked the ball, and he could have just walked right into the end zone. But it's kind of one thing that kind of Lewerke is his presence on the field and kind of looking around and kind of staying one half of the field, and then he's kind of just has his blinders on just to that that one half of the field. And kind of leading receivers here would probably be a good idea too. But his legs were pretty good here too. I can't remember what he rushed for, but he passed for 18 to 36 for 300 yards, so you really can't blame the guy all that much. He had a pretty good day throwing the football, and I think the quarterback for Indiana is good. I'm kind of Phoenix is probably how I'm gonna. It's probably wrong, but he was 33 for 42 for 286 yards. And I was kind of looking on ESPN for the total yardage. I believe the total yardage was pretty close. I think it was within 20 yards of each other. So Michigan and Indiana were kind of marching up and down the field on each other's defense. Michigan State kind of goes into Ohio State now next week, and they're going to have to really kind of clamp down here and be like, all right, guys, we're going to probably play is arguably one of the best teams in the country in Ohio State, which they've always been one of the best teams in the country. But they're really going to have to kind of clamp down here and get some stuff done if they even want to be competitive against Ohio State. And that team against Nebraska, man, they kind of throttled Nebraska. I can't even remember what it was, but the last time I seen them, Nebraska hadn't scored yet, and they were kind of just being careless with the ball, kind of is what I was, or maybe it was more not being careless with the ball, but trying to make things happen and doing throws that they wouldn't necessarily do on Nebraska's part. When we came back, we hit up a little small bar and grabbed a bite to eat and grabbed a couple waters to rehydrate ourselves because we were. I'm not saying we were drinking all day or anything like that, but we had a couple of pops and whatnot, and it was just a good time there. We just needed to hydrate just a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of pretty much all I have really for this game here. It was a good game to watch. Pretty much what it was an aerial attack. Lewerke kind of used his legs here a little bit. The defense kind of was suspect for Michigan State, and they kind of let Indiana kind of run on them a little bit. And what they had a good game plan with the bubble screens and dump off passes and whatnot. I mean, you had a pretty close game up until the final probably 2 minutes of the game, where kind of Michigan State kind of took over and said, you know what, we're done kind of screwing around. We're going to end up going in and winning this game. But their next real test is Ohio State. So we're just going to have to go ahead and see how that team comes to play next week. And before I really go here, guys, I want to talk about Michigan. I didn't get to see the game at Michigan. I seen they won 52-0 against Rutgers, which I will be the first to admit I wasn't really expecting a 52-point performance from Michigan, or kind of really Rutgers not scoring any points here either. I thought Michigan might let them hit a field goal to give them at least 3 points, kind of make them I don't want to say feel good, but kind of have that gentleman's rule. But another thing here, guys, if you guys are wanting to win games, you're going to have to probably run up the score and kind of take that gentleman rule and kind of throw in the trash. So, but I'm really not convinced that Michigan's ready to go and, kind of their problems are gone, that sort of thing. I'm going to have to see the next game. I can't remember who they play in the next game. I'd have to look at the schedule. I don't have a schedule right around me here of who they play next week. But if it's kind of like Illinois, I would kind of expect another kind of drubbing kind of thing on here. So, but guys, let me know what you guys think of this video down below. Hit the like button if you liked it. Hit the dislike if you dislike this. You guys know what it is. Hit the thumbs up, thumbs down. It kind of helps me out. Kind of helps me kind of be out there on YouTube. That sort of thing. Just go ahead and do that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And please hit that bell notification so you guys get more videos just like this one. Guys, it's Sunday. I got to get some work done around here. Then it's the Lions game, and then I'm going to get my post-game analysis on that as well. All right, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope to see you guys again soon. Deuces. Take care, guys.